Big twist! Spurs alerted that Omar Marmoush is ready to leave Man City. Tottenham already in talks as January drama explodes. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are preparing to make a bold move in the January transfer window, with Omar Marmoush emerging as a surprise but very real target. Behind the scenes, the Egyptian forwards camp have made it clear to clubs across Europe that a winter exit from Manchester City is now possible despite public denials coming out of the Etihad. Marmoush has found himself increasingly marginalised at City. While Pep Guardiola's side insist the player is not for sale, the internal situation tells a very different story. The explosive arrival and immediate impact of Antoine Semenyo has pushed Marmoush further down the pecking order, leaving him facing another spell on the fringes with limited minutes ahead. Tottenham have been alerted to that reality and are seriously monitoring developments. Sources indicate Spurs are ready to act quickly if the player gives the green light. Marmoush's priority is clear. He wants to remain in England and continue his Premier League career, a stance that plays directly into Tottenham's hands. Aston Villa are also in the mix, but just as seen in the Conor Gallagher saga, Tottenham's financial muscle and willingness to move decisively could prove decisive. Villa are understood to be exploring options, but Spurs are prepared to push harder if the opportunity presents itself. The preferred structure at this stage would be a loan deal with an option to buy, allowing Tottenham to reinforce immediately without committing to a full transfer up front. That said, a permanent move has not been ruled out, especially if Manchester City decide they are open to cashing in now, rather than managing another unsettled squad player. Marmoush's recent return to England following Egypt's elimination from AFCON has only accelerated the process. With international duties now over, discussions are expected to intensify rapidly. Tottenham believe clarity from the player is imminent, and once that signal arrives, they are ready to strike. From Spurs' perspective, Marmoush ticks multiple boxes. He offers pace, power and flexibility across the front line, capable of operating centrally or from either flank. Crucially, his movement and finishing could address Tottenham's ongoing struggles in the final third, particularly during a second half of the season that threatens to drift without attacking reinforcements. This is no casual inquiry. Tottenham are positioned, informed and prepared. If Omar Marmoush signals his desire to leave Manchester City, Spurs are expected to move with the same aggression and speed that secured Conor Gallagher. Fresh reports indicate Spurs are lining up an even bigger midfield move following the capture of Conor Gallagher, with Adam Wharton now identified as the club's ultimate target. Sources close to the situation reveal that Wharton is no longer just an option under consideration in North London. He has been elevated to dream signing status, a label that carries serious weight inside Tottenham's recruitment department. This is not casual interest. This is strategic planning at the highest level. Dean Jones previously disclosed that Spurs had already made quiet, behind-the-scenes inquiries to understand what it would take to prize the England international away. That process has now intensified. Tottenham are actively assessing the realistic feasibility of landing Wharton, either in the upcoming window or the next, and they are ready to push the limits financially if the conditions are right. What makes this development explosive is Wharton's standing elsewhere. The midfielder sits right at the top of Manchester United's own wish list, viewed at Old Trafford as a long-term cornerstone for their rebuild. Spurs are fully aware of that. In fact, that knowledge has only sharpened their intent. Tottenham believe Wharton represents the missing piece in their midfield, a player capable of dictating tempo from deep, breaking lines with intelligence rather than chaos, and giving the side a level of control they have lacked in decisive moments. Internally, there is a growing conviction that securing a profile like Wharton could fundamentally alter the direction of the project. Crucially, Spurs are prepared to go big. That means a transfer fee that reflects elite potential and a wage package designed to remove hesitation. The club want to know one thing before they strike: can this deal actually be won? If the answer is yes, sources suggest Tottenham will not hesitate to make a formal, aggressive move that will immediately set off alarm bells across the league. Jones summed it up clearly. The renewed drive to sign a deep-lying midfield conductor is no coincidence. While Wharton is not the only name on the list, he is the one that excites decision-makers the most. The challenge now is timing how long Spurs can wait, and whether moving first could tilt the balance in their favour. One thing is clear, if Tottenham decide the path is open, they will move decisively. Spurs are once again right at the centre of a developing transfer storm, with Karim Adeyemi emerging as a name to watch very closely in North London. The Borussia Dortmund forward has been flagged internally as a potential market opportunity, and Spurs have been alerted to the fact that a move could be possible if they decide to act decisively. At 23, Adeyemi fits perfectly into the profile Tottenham are targeting. Young, explosive, technically sharp, and already experienced at the highest level. Sources indicate that Spurs are actively monitoring his situation, aware that the German international may be open to a new challenge, and that Dortmund could listen to offers if the right proposal lands on the table. Tottenham's attacking unit has lacked consistent penetration, particularly from wide areas, and there is a growing belief inside the club that raw pace and unpredictability are missing ingredients. Adeyemi ticks both boxes. Blessed with electric acceleration and the confidence to take defenders on, he brings the kind of threat that forces back lines to retreat, something Spurs have struggled to impose regularly. One of the standout aspects of Adeyemi's profile is his flexibility. He is comfortable operating off either flank and can also be deployed through the middle when required. That versatility significantly boosts his appeal, especially for a side looking to evolve tactically and add different attacking weapons without overhauling the entire squad. Adeyemi has registered 32 goals and 22 assists for Dortmund, a return that reflects both end product and creative output. Crucially, there is a strong feeling among recruitment staff that his best years are still ahead of him. With the right structure, coaching and platform, he is viewed as a player capable of taking a major step forward in the Premier League. From the player's perspective, the prospect of a switch to Tottenham is understood to be enticing. Regular minutes, a leading role in an ambitious project, and the global exposure of English football all play into Spurs' hands. The key question now centres on Dortmund's stance and whether a deal can be structured at a figure Tottenham consider workable. What is clear is that Adeyemi is firmly on the radar. Spurs see him as a potential upgrade, not a gamble. If Tottenham decide the conditions are right, this is a situation that could accelerate very quickly. All eyes are now on North London to see whether interest turns into action. That wraps up today's update. If you like this video and want to keep up with all the latest Tottenham news, be sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss any updates. Remember to leave a like and share this video with fellow Spurs supporters. Together we can continue growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, come on you Spurs!